friends, welcome back to my channel. Sas here. I'm here to do another review of 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. I'm not going to keep y'all, okay? This ain't going to be long. This is not going to be long. 30 minutes, okay? 30 minutes, all right? So, last night's episode was alright, okay? They didn't really give me much. Some I was a little bit confused about. Like Yolanda, I was a little bit confused, but let's get into it, shall we? Now, let's start off with Ash and Avery. Let's get this out the way, because, child, I'm really not understanding what this is all about. So, we know that Ash, he made a complete buffoon out himself at that seminar. So, Avery and some more women called him out on his, sexist comments. So, Ash, he's in his feelings, and he says, listen, I ain't got time to talk to you. So he walks off. So here's Avery. Ash, please, Ash, talk to me. So Ash is like, listen, I want to get my tail in this car with my anger and my eyes, and I'm booking. Okay, so she's standing outside the car, he looking. Okay, the producer's like, dude, where are you going? So he thought about it for a few seconds. He was like, nah, I'm not going to leave her standing here. So they go and talk. All right. So this is Ash's point of being upset. He says that he feels like that Avery attacked him. He says, now listen here. I know that seminar did not go well. I know that seminar was a hot mess. But you attacking me is not helping anything, okay? And I also feel like you're patronizing me, okay? You're saying I'm having all these type of sexist comments, but that's how I feel, okay? That's what I meant, all right? And you sitting up there attacking me, oh no, I'm not having it. So he looks at Avery and he says, have you been happy this time at this trip, on this trip? Have I made you happy? Have we been doing good? And so here's, Avery. Avery said yes. So he was like, all right. She said, but, okay, the way you come off sometimes is a little bit, I get taken back from that. Okay? In that seminar, when someone challenges you, you get defensive. All right? Is that really how you feel about women or your comments? I want to hear about how you felt about that. And if it is, we got some things to talk about. Ash said, now let me tell you something. Okay? I said what I said. He says, all right, since you're upset, I'll take note of that. All right? You're upset with me. I'll take note. Okay? I'll think about some things. All right? So then he goes in, he leans in to, grab her hand, like, come on, let's go. She was like, no. He said, no? Question mark. And she says, don't touch me. Not right now, don't touch. He said, oh, okay. He said, oh, all right, seriously? Okay, now I done got my face cracked at this seminar. And now you trying to crack my face again? Okay, so they go back to that, Airbnb. It's the next morning. All right. Avery's sitting on the couch, honey. Ash is outside, honey. When I tell you Ash is hot. Honey hooker coochie hot. So he outside in the hallway trying to gather himself, right? So he goes inside. And so Avery was like, Lord, this has been the longest night of my life. Ash is mad. Nobody's talking. I'm trying to, reason with him. Blah, blah, blah. So Ash is like, I haven't seen this side of you. Okay? This is what Ash said. Ash said, you hard to deal with. You hard to deal with, Avery. You're a hard person. You be hurting people's feelings. That's what you do. You hurt people. And so Avery is like, listen, can you come over here and we can talk about it? He said, sure. He said, let me gather myself real quick. So he go over there to the couch. And honey, they start having words. Okay? And so he says, listen, you done embarrassed me. Okay? I feel like you don't have my back. At that seminar, you didn't have my back. You are patronizing, and I ain't trying to hear it, okay? And then he said some cuss words or something. And so Avery said, oh, no. Okay, you done got the cussing? She says, I'm done. So she starts crying, child, for all of 0.5 seconds. Okay, she says, I'm done. And he was like, oh, okay, I'm done too. So he starts ripping off his microphone and child. He goes into the bedroom, honey. He having a temper tantrum. And he was like, I don't know who she think I am. I'm about to pack up everything I have. He's tossing coats and clothing, whatever. He's putting it in bags. He is all about, he's sick and tired of Avery. Okay. Bottom line is, Ash is embarrassed. He was embarrassed at the seminar. Okay. This woman at the seminar challenged him. He didn't like that. Okay. Avery, she's asking all kinds of questions about why he think this way, why he talks this way, why he acts this way. And he feels like that Avery did not have his back. Instead of having his back, she attacked him. That's how he felt. And he says, that's worrisome to me. Okay, that hurt my feelings. Here I am. This is the day that she's supposed to meet my son and my ex-wife, and she cut the shine. This is all Ash's words. Now, Avery says that she ain't never seen the side of, this side of Ash before, child. Honey, he is packing, he is cussing, he is mad. All right? And so, Avery, she's sitting there on the couch. She said that she didn't know if, she can go on with this relationship. You didn't know. Avery, what are you talking about? You just said you done. He turned off microphones. He in the other room talking to himself. I think that you may be done. Child, then we see Ash, honey. He done changed. He done got on the coat. He got his bags, honey. He's like, I know not. I ain't got time for this, honey. He's rolling that bag on that. I said, child. Avery and Ash. Okay. Let's move on. All right, this ain't gonna take long. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Yolanda and Delusional David. Child, let's talk about Yolanda first. So, her daughter and her son is doing the reverse image thing online. They get a picture of Williams, okay? So they do a reverse image to see what comes up. Of course, all these pictures come up. Shirtless hunk on the beach. Shirtless hunk by a wall. Shirtless hunk. I mean, it's just crazy. It is crazy. So, of course, confused Yolanda, she's looking at it like, wow. You know what? That just may be one picture. Can you do another picture? So they say, sure, Mom. We're going to do another picture, and what comes up with the other picture? Shirtless hunk by the beach, shirtless hunk by a wall, shirtless hunk. I mean, all kinds of pictures. Stock photos. So the doctor said, Mom, listen, you're being catfish. I ain't got time to keep telling you this. This man is not real. He is using you. Williams doesn't exist. Okay, the proof is in the pudding. Look at all these stock photos. Why are you not listening? Yolanda. This isn't the guy I've been talking to. I mean, yes, there are stock photos, but there has to be an explanation. Yolanda says that she's going to get in contact with Williams and she's going to talk to him about it. Well, Yolanda, how are you going to talk to him about it when he went ghost on you? See, ever since he found out that y'all was on to him, or I should say the daughter, see, he ran. Then you got the threatening email because you out here shaking your cooch in front of this fool. Okay, see, now he's gone, but somehow you're going to talk to him and get down to it, and you're going to see what he has to say. You're going to see if he tells you the truth about these stock photos and him possibly being Nigerian. Yolanda's a whole fool, just a fool. So she says that she's going to try to get in contact with Williams. She wants to hear his side. She's talking about hiring a private investigator. Meanwhile, her kids are looking at her like she got two heads. Her daughter said, listen, I've done all I can do. I don't know what else to tell her. We are showing her, we are telling her that this man don't exist. She refuses to believe it just because she done had some conversations with him and some text messaging. Let's move on to Delusional David. So we know David, his face got cracked all over Ukraine, child. He is oh my God. David is worse than Caesar. I'm going to have to say David is worse than Yolanda. He is. He just is. Something wrong with him. I mean, something wrong with him. So he gets back home. His friend picks him up. His friend with all them teeth that shines. Honey, I was like, good God almighty, child. You don't need no light when you near that friend, honey. Woo. Them teeth are bright. So anyway, they go back to Delusional's apartment, townhouse, whatever. Okay? So the friend said, listen, I'm just here to tell you. As a friend, you are looking and acting like a fool. This woman doesn't exist. How many times does she need to stand you up for you to realize that? Here's Delusional. I just need to talk to her. I need to hear her side. And you know, if that don't work, you know, I'm going to hire a private investigator to look into it, because I need to know that what's going on. Because see, it may not be what you think. It may be that she's shy. She's shy, y'all. That's why she done stood him up 4 times. That's why she wasn't at the train station. That's why she wasn't at the cafe. That's why she lied about her address. She's shy. So Delusional David said that he is going to get a private investigator. Why he do that? So a couple of weeks go by, he got a private investigator. All right, so his friend, his Ukrainian friend comes over to translate. Pa, listen, the private investigator said, let me tell you something, Delusional. You getting scammed. Scammer, okay? Her pictures ain't real. They using stock photos. She has several dating accounts. She's not real. You're getting scammed. Let it go. That's what the private investigator said. So his Ukrainian friend was doing it, you know, translating. Here's David. Bring out the crazy. David said, that's a lie. And so the friend was like, what? And he was like, that's a lie. And so she kept telling him, it was like, listen, she's using stock photos. She has different, you know, dating accounts. She's a fraud. She's a scammer. She's a scammer. And here's Delusional. I don't believe it. That's not true. Very defensive. Very serial killerish. I was like, friend, you better get up at that house. He is insane. He says that it's not true. Okay? He says that the private investigator had wrong information, that the private investigator was lying. That's what Delusional David was telling his friend. And his friend said, no, David, these are facts. This is what the private investigator found. You are being scammed, bamboozled, shysted. What else do I need to tell you? How much more do you need to see and know? Here's David. You don't know her. You don't know her. She's been my girlfriend for 7 years. We've been in a relationship for 7 years. You don't know her. Honey, the friend said you never met her. See, at that time, when he said you don't know her, I would say you don't either. You raise your voice to me again. You give me that good old cockeyed look. I'm out of here. I am trying to tell you, you are being advantaged of. But hey, you're a 60-year-old fool. Why am I sitting here trying to convince you that you're not? Because you are. I have a 60-year-old fool, y'all. A 60-year-old fool as a friend. Wouldn't be me. Nah. Nah. So David, being very defensive. He gets upset because of what the private investigator told him. He didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to believe it. Okay, so the friend said, all right, well, you done. He was like, I'm done with him. And so the friend said, let me ask you something. Why did you hire a private investigator if you're not willing to listen to what he has to say? He said, because he gave wrong information. Okay. Okay, delusional, drooling, dummy David. Okay. So then he says that what he's going to have to do is get to the bottom of it. He's going to have to go face to face, come face to face with her and ask her all these questions. Ask her why they have stock photos of her. He says that the reason why there are several dating sites with her picture is because people stole them from the internet and put them on these fake websites. He also says that she's not involved with that chat room company. She's not getting part of that $100,000. He says, yes, she did stand him up, but there's a reasonable explanation. A woman that he's been in a relationship for 7 years, had done talked in a chat room for 7 years, to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on, child. She has a perfect explanation. I just need to go and see her. Now, you haven't seen her this whole time. You just left. She's done lied multiple times, and your dumb, drooling, delusional self think that you're going to come face to face with her. Bless me in the morning. I'm telling you, David is crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy. So, we see the preview next week, and he's off somewhere. I don't know where he's off, I'm telling you. I just want him to trip and hit his head on a rock. Not kill him, but hurt him. Maybe it'll knock some sense into him. I can't with him. And let's move on, y'all. I said this ain't gonna be no long video. Let's move on. Let's talk about Lisa and Auto-Tune. Alright, as we know, Auto-Tune says I'm a man of the relationship, and what I say go. When I tell you to jump, you say how high. So, of course, Lisa, she was like, you done lost your mind. And she done gave him the finger and she walked off. So he goes running after Lisa. Okay, Auto-Tune is trying to talk to her. Lisa said, listen, dude. Okay, I am not an obedient woman. Okay, if you think that you're going to be running this and that, it ain't going to happen. Okay, I've been independent for a long time. I ain't listened to no man. And she said, now I'm willing to give a little bit. Okay, but no, you're going to come up in here, telling me where I can't go, jump, down. No, you're not going to be doing all that. It's going to be 50-50. So, Usman, I just really want you to be my wife. I just really want to get to the United States. So then he says, what about 60-40? And she said, what? He said 60-40. Of course, I have 60 because I'm the man. Okay, and you have, 40. How about that? That's as much as I'm going to compromise. I want to have some say. I mean, I am a man. You have embarrassed me. Can I have a little bit? So, of course, Lisa, she was like, yeah, all right. She was just tired of arguing with him, child. It's hot outside. She probably thirsty. Honey, that little pineapple done dried up, child. She was tired. So, they go back to the room, honey. And they are ready to go back to his hometown so they could get married. She only got 3 days left, y'all. She only got 3 days left. So, they're leaving. She's happy about it. They get on the plane, and now they are off to go see the magistrate to make arrangements for the wedding. Now, prior to this, she asked Auto-Tune, what type of paperwork do I need? Do I need to bring any additional paperwork? Did you go and ask? She said this was 6 months before she even got to Nigeria. She even talked to him 3 days before she got to Nigeria. Usman, do I need anything? Do I need additional paperwork? What type of, things do I need to bring so we can get married? Let me know. Here's Auto-Tune. You don't need none. See, Auto-Tune was too busy in the studio making music for Baby Love. He wasn't thinking about no proper paperwork. So they get in there, talk to the magistrate. And so the magistrate asks, has either one of you been married before? And so she was like, yeah, I've been married and divorced. And so magistrate was like, oh, okay, I'm going to need to see that divorce certificate. Lisa said, excuse me, I don't have no divorce certificate with me. That's in the United States. I don't have it with me. So the magistrate said, well, beep, beep, hold up, pump your brakes. We have a problem. See, I'm going to need that divorce certificate. Okay, I need that. I need a copy of it. So, child, here comes Lisa. Honey, she looked at auto-tune. Honey, if she had a knife, she would have stabbed her right dead in the neck. Here is auto-tune. He was like, Lord have mercy. She is going to lay me out yet again. And so, of course, Lisa, she's upset. She was like, we supposed to get married in 3 days. I'm only here for 3 more days. How am I going to get my divorce certificate here from the United States to Nigeria in 3 days? How is that going to happen? So the magistrate was like, I don't know, child. I got another appointment. Y'all fuss outside. I ain't got time to hear this. So here's auto-tune. Auto-tune was like, thank you. So they go outside, and here's Lisa, honey. Lisa said, what did you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? I asked you several times, so I need to bring any additional paperwork. And you was like, no, baby love. No, baby love. So he was like, I know Lisa, she's getting upset. She's screaming at me. She likes to scream. Well, listen, I can't say too much for Lisa, but I'm with Lisa on this one. Why didn't you tell her auto-tune? I mean, just ridiculous. So now it's 3 days. Lisa is hot. She is mad as hell. Auto-tune done dropped the ball again. He's getting ready to get laid out. How's that 60-40 working out, auto-tune, child? So he about to get laid out. Lisa mad. So now they have 3 days to get the divorce certificate to Nigeria so they can get married. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about Geoffrey and V. Y'all know they camping, child. And honey, it's the next morning. Igor said some great things about Geoffrey to ease her mind. And, you know, V, she's in a good mood. She feels good about that conversation. You know, she's happy, she's smiling. And, you know, Geoffrey, he's feeling good about the situation. So they go to this sauna. Okay? To this sauna. And they put some on their head. And it's hot. They got the oven going, child. And when I tell you they strip butt ball naked. And here is V with some bushes beating Geoffrey in the back. She called them bushes. Y'all know what I call them, turnip greens. I said, now I know you are not using perfectly good turnip greens to beat this man in the back. I know the devil is a lie. So he started beating her in the back with the turnip greens. And he said, what is this for? And she said, for health. Let me tell you something, V. Now, what's healthy is you putting them turnip greens in a pot. Put a little ham hock and fatback meat, maybe some smoked turkey legs. That's what you do. You don't be beating nobody in the back with no turnip greens, messing up some good turnips. So then they go outside, they run, and they jump into a pond, and they sit back down. Here's Geoffrey. Now, I was trying to look at all of Geoffrey tattoos. Did y'all see the tattoos that's around his nipples? I said, what is that? What kind of tattoos are these, Geoffrey? Anyway, so, of course, he's confessing his love to her. Okay, he's saying that she is his soulmate. He's found the one. V is the one that, you know, he wants to spend the rest of his life with. Of course, V, she's soaking it all in. You know, they done had this, you know, sauna, beat me down with the turnip greens. They done jumped into the pond. You know, she's feeling all kinds of love. She says that he is sweet and caring. And she's still thinking about some things, but hey, Geoffrey may be the one. So, child, it's the next day. They're walking along this little walkway, and guess what? He says that she is the one, and he gets down on his knees and says, will you marry me? And she looks at him like, oh. Child, I don't know what she's going to say. She's going to say yes, y'all. Child, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Okay. All right, last and definitely not least. Okay, we got 4 foot 11. We got Rosemarie Jive. Okay. Now, they are still at their little mini vacation at the resort. They're in the pool, having a good old time. And 4 foot 11 has decided to tell Rosemarie that he's 89 years old and he is not going to have another child. His daughter, 29, ain't grown. Okay, that's it. No more kids. So, he tells Rosemarie, he said, listen here, okay? I don't want to have any more children, okay? I am 93 years old. Okay, I raised my daughter. She's 29. I can't be raising any more kids. And so Rosemarie was like, what? Huh? What? What'd you say? What you say? And so he says, I don't want to have any more children. And so she says, why didn't you tell me this beforehand? Why are you telling me this now? And so he says, I don't know. He says, I should have, but I didn't. I don't want to have any more children. And he says, in fact, before I came here, you know, I had a doctor's appointment where they're going to go in and give me a vasectomy. And so she was like, what is that? And he says, where a doctor goes in down there and do a little snip, 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 snip. And so she put on the scowl face, honey. She was like, Rosemarie, her facial expressions is everything, honey. So he was like, I don't want to have, you know, any more children. Okay, that's it. And so she was like, okay, she says she's very upset, that she's very, very sad. All right, and you know, maybe he could think about it. He said, now I said what I said. I done thought about it. Okay, I'm not gonna have any more children. He says, I'm not a rich man. And so she was like, I know. And he says, listen, I only have enough love for you and Prince. And just enough money for you two. I cannot have any more children. I won't have any more children. And so here's Rosemarie. Rosemarie says, listen, it's been my dream to have 2 kids. And again, why didn't you tell me this? You had all this time to tell me that you didn't want any children. Okay, but now it's like you don't love me. It's like, what's going on with you? Now you don't want to have, you know, do you love me? And so she was like, I need to think about some things. She says, I need to think a little harder. So it's the next morning, okay? Now, we have 4 foot 11 no shirt on. I'm going to need for y'all to stop at TLC. I'm going to need for y'all to stop showing this man with no shirt on. Child, when I tell you he was standing there by that window, honey, that wide back. That wide back, honey. And I'm like, it look like he's standing on candlesticks. I said, boy, if you don't get back in bed, why do y'all keep on torching me? First it was David with the no shirt, and now we have seen plenty of times with 4 foot 11 no shirt on. I'm going to need for y'all to stop. So he's concerned. He has called. He has texted and nothing. Rosemarie said, I ain't got time for you. Okay, I need time to think. That's what I need to do. So he cleans up a little bit. He done, you know, brushed his hair back, honey. He got on a size 5XL shirt. He done went somewhere and got him a 5XL shirt. I didn't know Baby Gap go up that high, but hey, that ain't for me. That's for the Lord. So he's sitting there at the table, and here comes Rosemarie. Now, I don't know what happened between the time Rosemarie left 4 foot 11 that night and the next morning. But honey, Rosemarie came walking in with some confidence, didn't she? Rosemarie come walking in like this. I got time. Rosemarie had time, didn't she? Honey, Rosemarie sat down a brand new woman. She sat down like a warrior. I said, what happened? Who she been talking to? That sister. So, Rosemarie any children? Why didn't you tell me when we was chatting and doing all this talking that you didn't want kids? You knew I wanted kids. You knew I wanted 2 children. So why didn't you tell me, yes, I know that you're 85 years old, but then you know your little spermie still work. This is nothing new to you. You knew I wanted children. So now you brand new. Okay, why didn't you tell me? So he was like, honestly, I don't know. She said, shut your mouth. I'm not done. That's what she said. She said, ever since you got here, you ain't done nothing but embarrass me. Okay? You lied about your height. Okay, here I thought that you was 5'2", you 4'11". Okay? You done told me, done asked me to take an STD test. You done said my breath stink. You said my breath smelled like a bag of balls. And then you wanted to know if I was part of what my sister tried to do to you. See, ever since you got here, you have done nothing but embarrass me. Well, guess what? I'm tired. Then you see how I walked up? Now, I ain't going to tell you who I talked to, but they gave me a little bit of confidence. Okay? I'm sick of you. I'm sick of your lies. I'm sick of you embarrassing me. I'm sick of how you made me feel. I'm done. That's what Rosemarie said. I said, where did this come from? And here's 4'11". He says, I've never seen this side of Rose. Rosemarie came in, honey. I said, what? So Rosemarie sat back, honey. She said, I'm done. And y'all know her facial expressions, honey. She was like, now here's the question, friends. Question of the day. Question of the day. Do you think Rosemarie is just saying this because she thinks that 4'11" truly hurts her and she's tired of it? Do you think that Rosemarie was a part of that little sister, you know, asking for money and she feels like that 4'11" gonna find out about it? Or is she just breaking up with 4'11" because he don't want children and she do want children? Or is this just a ploy? They're going to kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy at the end and they're going to make up. What do you all think? I don't know what to think, child, but I showed them love, the angry, upset. Let me tell you about yourself, Rosemarie. She was on one, wasn't she? But anyway, me, honestly, I don't know. I think that she wants to have a child with 4'11" so she could get over to the United States. That's what I think. And I say by any means necessary. Well, see, now she ain't going to have no child with 4'11", but somehow she still needs to get over to the United States. Okay, so anyway, y'all. What do you think about Rosemarie and 4'11"? What do you think about all of the participants? Okay? All right, leave a comment down below. Y'all know the routine. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next week, bye.